I actually don't have any words on what I desire to share, yet there's so much that I desire to share that I'm sharing a very vulnerable moment for Michael, yet very sacred, that wanted to be kept secret, because this would embarrass Michael before. Michael would not want to show this part of life, because it's happened to Michael before. And the wife has been gone for 3 weeks. The reason why I'm sharing this video, let me get to the point of why I'm sharing this video, is Michael is in sublime gratitude, love, and just appreciation for life itself. And therefore, the reason for the title of this video is, I exist, therefore I am more than enough. And this message is to reach your living room, to reach your kitchen, to reach your bedroom, wherever you are. More importantly, to reach your heart. Because there's some of you that don't think you're enough. That you don't think you're enough because you don't have this. You don't think you're enough because you're not there. You don't think you're enough because whatever those reasons may be. And we're sharing you raw and real, not to boast, not to say, hey, look at us, we're happy no matter what. We didn't want to do this. We didn't want to do this. Like, even hesitated to push the button. But we remembered Michael was not in charge. Michael's the vessel, Michael's the instrument. Because the gratitude beyond Michael is the source consciousness that is the truth of who we all are. I am, therefore I am enough, more than enough. So, as we were preparing to do this, and there's a washboard outside, that we're going to soak this, and we're going to do a part 2 because we're going to show the washboard outside, that that's where it's going to get fun. This is not fun. We're going to be honest. This is not fun. Yet, this is a process of fun. Because we have washing machines. We have dishwashers. We forgot what it feels like to appreciate the connection with what we wear every single day. We become so commoditized. We become so convenient in life that we forgot the very simple yet magical things, experiences, moments, that when you can experience the most mundane experience as a connection, as an appreciation, as an opportunity, life will unfold more than you can ever imagine. Because if you can do this, as this represents the shadow of life, this represents what could be called embarrassing, it could be called shaming, because we're going to be as real in this video right now. Because that's what's being called forth. Is right now, Michael has not had his wife as company, as romance, as, having that partner beside you for over 3 weeks. And prior to that, it was almost 4 months. And the reason why we share this, let me tune into the reason why this is coming up. Is many of us may feel alone in life. Many of us may feel forgotten, may feel abandoned, may feel rejected, may feel not enough. But the reason why we're sharing this video is to mirror to you, to remind you that the sacredness is when it's most intimate. And because Michael doesn't have no physical money, it's embarrassing to Michael, but yet Michael is not the one that runs the show. We support Michael. We love Michael. We show up for Michael. As this is a mirror to show up for you. See, no one's going to come and wash Michael's clothes. Just like it feels like someone's not going to come to your rescue. Someone's not going to come to hype you up in your most darkest moments, because maybe you don't talk about it. Maybe you don't reach out. Maybe you don't say, hey, I'm going through something. That pride says, you know what? I've always survived. I've always been independent. Or, you know what? I'm embarrassed to share. I'm embarrassed to reach out. So reach out from here. So, as we're washing clothes, we were meditating on why are we in this situation? We talk about, connecting to our ancestors, to remembering who we are, remembering where we come from. Sometimes these things show up to remind you where you come from. Maybe you're too busy in life that you've categorized a level of abundance, a level of worthiness, a level of love in your life, that's why these things happen to us. To ground us and to remind us that the value, the worth, the abundance is not in things, is not in accomplishment, is not in completion of something or someone or somewhere. It's in the most private spaces when no one can hear and watch how you experience yourself when no one's watching. How do you speak to yourself? How do you treat yourself? Is it only when things are going great that we wear a mask, that we feel enough? But when things are not going great, it's like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to show that. I don't want to see that. And without boasting, without sounding like we're bragging, this is fun for Michael. But yet to share online was not fun. We didn't want to turn on this camera. We did not want to turn on the camera. But when Spirit calls, it's not about you. We have an opportunity to share and to shine and to inject into reality that we don't have to fake the funk. We don't have to act like something we're not. We can be who we are, and with that, it's more than enough. Don't shy or don't shove or don't hide or don't mask the parts of you that are the reason why you are where you are today. There's a testimony in that. There's someone screaming for them to be seen because they can see the parts of you that most people don't want to share. So don't hide, family. And remember that the most secret is not to be kept sacred. The most sacred is not meant to be kept secret anymore. This is what also came when Michael was going to turn on this video. This is sacred. Why are we going to share this? Look, our bathroom is not like the most modernized bathroom. Also, we don't want to show like the little cracks. We don't want to show, and this is why we haven't shared about the water. This is why we haven't shared about the shower. But it's game over. We're going to share everything raw and real. Because there's nothing to hide anymore. Because whoever judges Michael for this doesn't affect Michael. It used to. Michael will go on. Michael will live life. Michael will love life. Because the other point was this. Michael was doing 100 days of gratitude. And he was on day 29. I think it was day 29. And he was like, why am I going to quit on the gratitude? Because, I'm already like 75, more than 75, 80% there. Like, I'm already there. Like, come on, let's not 75, excuse me. I'm already 25 to 30% there. Like, come on, keep going, Michael. And Spirit called. It's time to let go. It's time to really, look inward and really feel into what are you really grateful for? And we dropped the lives. We did a 7-day initiation protocol. And let me tell you, it has, transcended anything that Michael could have ever imagined. And this is why we're going on live right here. Just to share with you that whatever you're going through is really setting you up, preparing you. It is molding and shaping you into the vessel that you were called to be. But if you're hiding from yourself, you think you're hiding from others, but you can't hide from yourself. So expose those parts of you to yourself and love those parts of you. Because this is not hard for Michael. This is not hard for Michael. Michael was looking forward to this. Just waiting for the bucket to be ordered. Because Michael doesn't have any money. Physical. Michael doesn't have any physical money. Okay? Yes, you're hearing this right now. Michael doesn't have any physical money. Whenever Michael needs something, reaches out to his wife, she puts it on the card, she shops online or whatever, and we get it done. Now that doesn't mean that Michael doesn't serve and bring money into the home. But Michael never needed money. Yet Michael is calling in that abundance in different ways. Because money isn't abundance. Money is a translation of what we think is abundance. Because we think money is abundance, we perceive it and we justify and we use it, we use people and we love what we think is abundance. Because we treat our things greater than we treat ourselves and other people. So this message was intuitively called to share with you, to bring the sacred out of secret. Because this was something that women would go and do in the ancient times. This is tapping into the divine feminine. It's not just doing your spiritual work out here. This is where the work is done. Is when no one is watching you. Are you singing? Are you celebrating? Because I can't put music on because I do it with my phone. But are you singing? Are you dancing? Are you appreciating that you got hands, that you got arms, that you're able to cognitively clean a garment? Because for some people, they're not able to think anymore. Some people are in a coma right now. And some people don't even have limbs. That what you're complaining about is their prayer. Some people don't even have water. Some people don't even have a bathroom. They have an outhouse. I had to grow up in some way that way. Michael did. So the reason why we're showing this video, family, is your presence is more than enough. Listen to this and let it sink deeply in your soul. Because you know that your soul is confirming this truth. Your presence of existence is more than enough. That's what Michael had to be humble to come to terms with. And Michael was revealed this phrase, mantra, that either I humble myself, either you humble yourself, Michael, or you're going to be humbled. And Michael, if you don't humble yourself, there's ways of being humbled more than you think this is bad. There's more ways that you can be humbled. Car accident, a fall, you're showering, you fall, you break your hip, now you can't even walk. Things can happen in an instant. Yet we don't appreciate those small, mundane, yet let me tell you that in the shadow the greatest light shines. It's not in the light that we seek and we chase. It's in the shadow, the moments that we want to give up, the moments that we want to judge, the moments that we want to complain, the moments that we want to criticize, the moments that we want to compete with our older self and our future self and not be here now. That's when the light shines the brightest. Because that's when you're really getting to the core. But it's so easy to put on a mask and act like everything is going great in the public. But in the shadows, that's when the real awakenings happen. It's so easy to go to a retreat. It's so easy to go to a workshop. It's so easy to go to a mastermind and put on a face and say, yeah, I'm here to dive deep. I'm here to work on myself. I'm here to... And let me say this, for those of you doing that, congratulations, because it takes steps to get there. But for those of you listening to this, you know you've done all the work. You know you've done all the steps. You know you've faced yourself. You've surrendered. You've worked. But we only do it from the head. And we wonder why these roller coasters of up and down, up and down, up and down keep coming. And we're on these incredible highs. But then when you go to these incredible lows, and we hide that from the world because we want to be seen in a certain way, in a certain light, in a certain form. You don't have to hide anymore. More importantly, from yourself. Stop hiding, family. Because you give others permission to hide even deeper. Because they look up to you. They look to you as an example of what does life look like. What does your faith look like? What does your spirituality look like? What does your positivity look like? What does your authenticity look like? And they go from this model just like a baby that mirrors the features of their parents. And when a parent sees their child get hurt, the way that they react or respond matters more than any words that they can say. Because when a baby gets hurt and a parent goes, oh my gosh, the baby will cry instantaneously. When a baby gets hurt and the parent says, oh, that was so funny, or you know what, you're good. The baby will model and mirror that. So there are babies that don't know what you know. And you are serving as a testament, as a testimony. And you're selling, you're serving, you're sharing as a brand of what your truth looks like. And then they adopt that truth for them. So you're always impacting, you're always rippling, you're always reflecting consciousness. The question is, are you truly, truly loving the parts of you or are you hiding them? So family, this message, I'm going to go wash now because I'm excited to go take these outside. Oh, well, never mind. I can't wash yet. I'll probably wash tomorrow. You know what? I'm going to go live again tomorrow. So I'm going to do this in Spanish because this message is for both worlds, both dimensions. Is that Michael doesn't have his wife, doesn't get the cuddling, doesn't get the love, the kisses, the hugs. And for Michael's persona, it's like, we miss that. But we know that there's a love deeper that goes beyond any physical construct, any physical identity. And that's the love that we don't miss our wife. The physical misses the wife, but the I am knows that we are one. And we are more connected than you can ever even imagine. And the money. Michael doesn't have any money. Michael can't even go to a store to buy a snack. Michael does not have any safety of money. But that's okay. Because guess what? With the minimal, we are more than joyful. We are more than grateful. And what's the other point? Oh, that our washer is not working. And we're not able to invest in someone to come fix the washer. Now those things are embarrassing to talk about. But the reason why we're talking about this, family, is because we're putting all on the what do you call it? On the altar to be burned and purified. Because we're not looking for your approval. We're not looking for you to say that if Michael is enough or not enough. And there's a lot of you that live in this dialogue. So we don't have any money. We don't have the wife. We don't have a washer. Days are not easy, but they're super magical. And for those of you that may see Michael and Alice as a coach and say, oh, well, if you don't have the abundance, why should I go to you? I'm sitting here washing clothes in a bucket to reflect to you, what is your bucket? What are you embarrassed about? What are you ashamed about? What are you afraid for other people to see the parts of you that you run around with the mask because you only want them to see a portion of you? Therefore, you only see a portion of yourself. So we're going raw. We're going real. This is embarrassing for Michael. This is like Michael feels less than. But Michael's not the one that runs the show. Consciousness runs the show. And consciousness invited Michael to share Michael's laundry so that the people's laundry of what they judge, they can love, enjoy, and accept because the divine God, the divine God, truth, is found in the places where we really take for granted and choose not to really see because we're looking for the big things out here. When we can truly see the smallest aspects of the most mundane, most normal, most ordinary experiences, that is where God is hidden. That is where the truth is revealed. That is where love shines. And that's okay that you can experience all of this. Go ahead and experience all that you want. But don't deny the parts of yourself that you hide. Don't judge the parts of yourself that you think you're less than because you don't have any money. Because you don't have a washer that works. Because your wife is not home. And people think your relationship is falling apart. We know that our relationship is grounded, strong, and true. We don't need the approval of others. We don't need the acceptance that someone says that we are good. We know we are beyond good. And this is the mantra that we live by, as long as God, source, spirit, universe, creator, whatever you want to call that, Allah, Jehovah, Buddha, as long as that knows, as long as we know that loves us unconditionally, we have nothing to prove. And we have nothing to hide. Because we can't hide anything from God. Therefore, we don't have nothing to prove to God. So we just show up as we are called to show up. So, again, Michael did not want to push that button. But Michael doesn't run the show. Who runs the show in your life? Does your ego run the show? Or does God run the show? That's my question to you. So, if you are going through some trials and tribulations and challenges and resistance and setbacks in your life, this is your reminder that it can stop you or it can free you. But the one that stops you is the one that you think you are. The one that frees you is the truth of who you truly are. Not something you chase, not something that you strive and you work hard to one day experience. It's whispering and sometimes shouting in the most normal, ordinary of moments. When you get quiet, when you let go, when you humble yourself. This is why Scripture says, the humble, the meek shall inherit the earth. The earth is the temple of the self. This is not something you conquer. This is not something you control. This is not something that you overcome or you master. That's the ego's words. That's the ego's conversation. This is something that you surrender to, because you already are that. And as you surrender to that is, there's no more words I can say. So thank you everyone for joining. We love each and every single one of you. And for those of you that are struggling, that are going through some challenges right now, surrender. Don't let the laundry of your life be more loud or true, appearing to be true, or more real, that you exist. And presence is more than enough. Presence, your presence is more than enough. And if you're struggling to experience this truth of what you already are, then reach out, because you're not alone. So thank you everyone. Much love. We're going to do a Spanish one, and then we're going to go wash later today. We do have a couple calls, so we do got to be in and out, in and out. So thank you everyone. Much love. Jill George, great to see you. Louise Sharma. Oh, Wheezy, great to see you. Mandy Janelle, great to see you as well. Much love. And as always, remember who you are. The Vibrillionaire, Vibrillionex, I Am Presence, Real Evolution Life is barely getting started. So if you would love to align and get engaged with the evolutionary path of the universe, the path of least resistance, then let's unite. We're here to serve. We're here to unite. And we're here to reawaken as one together. Let me screenshot this.